What's going on? It's Kyger1324. Up here today with another discussion video. Now, this video we're going to talk about some upcoming games that I've pre-ordered and I'm looking forward to. Now, most of these games are coming out in October and November, but we're going to start off with the main game and the main topic of this video. Where's my lighter gone? The main game. Guys, it's finally been announced. The Sims 4 is coming out on the Xbox One. I, for one, am so happy to see how the fact that Sims 4 is coming out on the Xbox One. It's really nice to see that they've actually gone off on a whim and done it. It's just been announced that it's coming out in November. It came out of nowhere like an RKO, guys. For so long I've been saying that it's going to come out on console, and a lot of people have been saying it as well. It's a 3-year gap from the last Sims game, well, the PC version. And that's about right, because most of the Sims games came out about between 1 or 3 years between the PC version. Now, The Sims 4 on console, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what can we expect. Now, there's no details given about the game at the moment, other than the fact that it's coming out on Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's going to come out on PC, or not PC, sorry, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. We might see another version, those versions later down the line, if it's got a high enough demand. But I think because it's a Microsoft title, I guess, it's going to be more so on the Xbox One, which is great because us Xbox One users get another exclusive, at least for now. Whether you like The Sims or not, it's always nice to see a new exclusive on the console. Excuse me. But so what can we sort of see in The Sims 4? What do I expect to see? What I'd like to see. So the first thing I'd like to see is split screen. Yes, the return of multiplayer. The Sims 3 missed out on multiplayer. Most of the Sims games on console had some form of 2-player mode via split screen, and I don't see why The Sims 4 can't have that again. As for online multiplayer, we might see some form of online. The Sims 3 did have some form of online, just in a sense of customization options, like custom characters and custom items, not items, I guess, like what they look like thing. And it was kind of a shame that we didn't see any sort of online multiplayer in The Sims 3, but The Sims 4 I think might not drop the ball this year. It might be on the ball and give us some form of multiplayer online, right, or split screen. I think that The Sims 4 deserves a multiplayer again, because it's a great game to play with 2 people, because it's just a lot of fun. Another thing we can see is, what is it going to be, a complete build, or is it going to be a conversion of the PC version? Now, if you know Sims games on consoles, they tend to be a lot different to the PC versions. The Sims 3 was sort of in that sort of, it had that sort of open-ended gameplay of Sims, but it did have some form of not story, I guess, but had some unique elements with like the karma powers and the collectibles and stuff like that, and some of the special missions you can do. So I think Sims 4 is going to have something along those lines. I don't think we're going to see a story driven mode in this game. I think we're going to have a similar build to the PC, but with some unique console elements. So it's not a complete I guess, conversion. And most of the time the console versions will be different to the PC version, as it is with Sims. So it'd be interesting to see that. As for gameplay mechanics, I think the gameplay mechanics will be pretty much the same as the PC version, just those little extra nods, like the new mood, the new emotions and moods you can get, the fact that you can talk to people now without having to literally stand in front of them. You can be having your dinner and someone can be cooking and you can talk back and forth between them, which is great. Just little nods like that. Now, I haven't played a lot of the PC version. In fact, I haven't played the PC version at all. Just on the sole point of I don't have a PC that can run it. In the future, I'd like to have one. But yeah, I think the gameplay mechanics will be similar, but they'll have some unique elements. As for what other things I'd like to see in it, as for, I think we might see some form of I'd like to see some form of modding. Now, I know this might be a bit controversial, but modding communities are great. Now, on consoles, we don't get a lot of modding support. And the only two games that I'm aware of that have modding support on console are Fallout 4 and Skyrim. I'm not sure if Minecraft 4K is going to get mod support. I could see it happening, but I don't know. I think mod support will be a thing that we would like to see in the game. Now, obviously, the only issues with mod support is that there are people out there that make some pretty messed up mods. You know what I'm talking about, the nudity and the sex mods. I think most people have at least tried them at least once, just out of curiosity. I haven't, because I haven't played Sims 4, but I think we won't see those sort of modding on the console, which is why the console version might not get mod support, just on the sole fact of there are some mods out there, and it all depends on how the moderators look over the modding community. But I think an easy modding support would be great, in something where you can just go to a menu and open up the latest mods and download them if you want. And as for mods, another thing that might be interesting to see is expansion packs. Will we see DLC in The Sims 4? I know a lot of people be like, oh great, more DLC, but you got to bear in mind, guys, Sims is well known for its PC expansion packs, adding lots of new items, new places to explore, new cities, just a bunch of things. So I think Sims 4, we might see some form of expansion packs in the way of DLC. It'd be interesting to see if that's done. But overall, guys, I think The Sims 4 coming out on console is something I think is highly, comes in high regard. I think that the fans of Sims are very happy that, because a lot of people didn't play Sims 4 just on the sole fact they didn't have a good PC to play it on. So it'll be interesting to see if the Xbox One version will bring a lot of new players, and a lot of people seem to be happy about it. You can't complain, guys. So I for one am looking forward to that. It has no official release date or any information about the game. We might see that later on this year, but it's got a release date of sometime in November. I'm guessing around about mid-November we might see it, just in time for Christmas. But yeah, when a pre-order date comes out, I'm definitely going to pre-order that. I'm very happy to see that. But there are 3 games that are coming out in October that I'm getting, and 2 games in November that I'm getting. Now, let's start off with October. The first one that's coming out in October is South Park Fractured But Whole, which comes out, I believe, either the 7th or the 3rd. I can't remember. I know it's one of those dates. ASMR. Anyway, so South Park Fractured But Whole, guys, is a game that a lot of people are really looking forward to. South Park Stick of Truth was considered to be one of the better TV themed games, in the sense that it was based on a TV show. If you never played South Park Stick of Truth, it was a very interesting RPG and had a unique combat style similar to the Paper Mario combat style, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. Most people enjoyed it just on the sole fact that it was a very good true to the TV show version game, and it had great humor, and it was a great game for its time, and it still is a fun game to play today. Backwards compatible, by the way. So the new one's going to have, I believe, 16 classes. So we're going to have a new class system, a new combat style. You're going to be able to use your superpowers. It's based on the superhero South Park's in the actual in the normal overworld. And I think overall it's going to be just above and beyond. It's going to go even further than the Stick of Truth, and you also get the Stick of Truth with Fractured But Whole. I don't know if that's a pre-order bonus or it just comes with the base game, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. It's going to be a great game. The next game that comes out in October, and that comes out on the 17th of October, you know it, WWE 2K18. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, really? You want to get the new wrestling game? 2K17 was a great game for its time, and still is a pretty good wrestling game for this time. But the only thing, a lot of people tend to think that 2K16 was the better version of the game. And now it seems like 2K18 they have announced a few things. It seems like the gameplay mechanics have been changed. So the fighting gameplay mechanics have been changed. It's going to have better graphics, of course, a roster of 170 characters, or wrestlers, I guess. So if that's the case, that's pretty much almost everyone in the SmackDown, Raw, and NXT roster, and it's also going to have 205 Live, which is great. I don't think we're going to see every single person. We might have the sort of people that only have had a few fights on NXT. We won't see them in there. We might see the odd character and stuff in there, plus legends and things. But I think it'd be much better to see. I personally would prefer the game to have most of the characters, wrestlers from the TV show now than throw in a bunch of legends and stuff like that. Because if you're like me, I prefer not to have legends and stuff in my universe mode. If you play universe mode, just because for me, it just doesn't feel. It seems a bit weird having like Macho Man Randy Savage in a modern TV show, but I know some people enjoy it. Me personally, I don't. It's good to have those characters in the game, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to have my universe mode just stuck with the current generation of superstars. And I'm looking forward to the new wrestling game. It seems we're going to have a lot more customization options, so they're probably going to bring back create a finisher, create an story might come back, we don't know. More and more details are being released every couple of weeks from the dev team, vlog type videos, I guess. So it's going to be, I'm looking forward to a new wrestling game. I'm really going to enjoy it, and I think that we're going to definitely do a series on that, so I can't wait for that. And the other game in October that I just decided to pre-order on the whim, I swapped over my Star Wars Battlefront pre-order for Wolfenstein 2. I really enjoyed the Wolfenstein, the New Order, and the Old Blood games. They were very good story-driven games. In fact, it's one of the better story-driven games that I'd played in a while having a great game, first-person shooter. It was fast-paced, and I think that Wolfenstein 2, I haven't seen a lot about it. I'm not doing a lot of research on it. I just pre-ordered it on the whim that it's a game that I probably enjoy, because I enjoyed the first one, well, the remakes, remastered, whatever you want to call it, the new ones, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that game. As for in November, there's 2 games that I getting in November. Obviously, Star Wars Battlefront. You guys know I'm looking forward to Star Wars Battlefront 2. I've done a video on it, what I'd like to see in it. I can't wait to play that game. I'm going to put so much time into that game, as much time as I can put in. And overall, I think the game is going to be a much better game. We're getting more bang for our buck. And if you want to know what things more about it, check out my Star Wars Battlefront 2 video that I did. And last but not least is Call of Duty World War 2. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, really? You're getting Call of Duty 2, World War 2? I'm personally not getting it. My mate Ryan is getting it, and we do game share because I'm going to get Star Wars Battlefront 2 and WWE as a digital copy. Wolfenstein and South Park gets physical because they're only single player games anyway. So, but I'm. Well, the new Call of Duty World War 2, it's interesting to see they're going back to the roots. It seems like they realised their mistakes with Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare was kind of that game that no one asked for kind of thing. And it seems like they've realised what they've done, and they've gone, you know what? We're going to go back, we're going to play it safe, and we're going to go back to what people enjoyed the most. I know some people might be like, Modern Warfare 4 would have been better, but hey, we can't get everything. But I personally enjoyed the World War II Call of Duties more than any other Call of Duty. I think World at War was my favourite Call of Duty of all time. I personally stopped giving a crap for Call of Duty after the Black Ops game. I do enjoy the Modern Warfare games, though. I enjoyed them, but anything after Black Ops, apart from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, I I don't really care for. I know people might be like, really, Black Ops 2 is a great game, Black Ops 3 is a great game. Just not for me, guys. But I'm looking forward to the new Call of Duty World War II. It seems like they're going to add a lot to it. I think it's going to be a game that's going to have a lot of support. And it's going to be a great multiplayer game. And the Zombies is back. And I think we're going to see a really solid Call of Duty game for once. But like I said, it's not going to be the game that I play the most. I think out of all 5 of those games, the one that I'm going to play the most, obviously, will be Star Wars Battlefront 2. With Logan, of course, being my main priority, I will get as much gameplay as I can. But before I end this video, I want to just say something, guys. My mate last night, Ryan, you've seen him in some of my videos. He's been in some of my videos, or you've probably heard him at least. He has got me the Gears of War 4 Xbox One Slim. Why? Well, he basically messaged me last night and he said to me, he goes, is your Xbox working fine? I go, yeah, it's working fine. Why? He goes, do you want a Gears of War Xbox? I go, yeah, sure, why not? I assumed that he was going to get a new Xbox One later this year and then give me his Xbox One Slim, which even so would have been a great little trade or gift or whatever. But he basically said, I go, why? What's going on? He goes, well, basically, his mate or someone he plays Gears of War with wants some codes for Gears of War 4. And he said, I want to gift them to him or her. I don't know if it's a her or him. I assume it's probably a him. But, so, he goes, the only way you can get those codes is if you get the console bundle. And he goes to me, what we'll do is I've just got to pay him £100 at a later date, which I will give to him when I go down to see my mum in September. Excuse me. And I get the Gears of War Xbox One Slim. I'm chuffed, man. So if you're watching this video, Ryan, I really appreciate it. He's ordered it. It's on its way. Well, it will be here either sometime this week or next week, whenever it turns up. It don't matter. So it's great because now we have 2 Xbox Ones. I know it might be a bit funny to mess around with a game share. I'm hoping to get all my game share games onto that Xbox, because that will be my main Xbox, the Slim one. I know the Slim one has some upgrade. It's the upgraded version. It's smaller, which is great. It's got upgraded, upscaled 4K for Netflix, so it looks a little bit better. The gameplays play a little bit better and stuff like that. So overall, it's a much better console than the original Xbox One. Now, I don't know if it's the 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, or 500 gigabyte, but I assume it's the 2 terabyte one, just on the sole fact the price that he paid for it. I'm not going to give away the price that he paid for it. It's a gift. He considered it as a Christmas present, an early Christmas present. So when that turns up, I'm going to do a dedicated video on that and let you guys know what I think of it. I know it's a late unboxing. It's been out for a while. But I got to do a little bit of a dedicated video to thank him. So Ryan, that I really appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that. I will definitely repay you that money, but I will get you some things as well. You know, I'll pick up some bits and bobs to give you, like a little gift basket or something of Gears of War merchandise or something. I'm sure I will find something to repay the debt. It's highly appreciated. It's great because then I'll be able to play games with Heather as well, online and stuff like that aren't games like Overwatch and things. But yeah, any new consoles I'm getting, not really. I am going to get a PS4 at some point. Now, all depending on when I can get it, it all depends. I don't know. I'm not going to bother with anything else. Nintendo Switch, PS Vita. I might get them at a later date if I see them cheap, but they're not on my highest priority. A PS Vita I'd get if I had a PS4 anyway, just because the cross-platform or whatever you call it, compatibility in the PS4 games you can play on the PS Vita and stuff like that. But overall, guys, there are some great games that are coming out for me this year. Those are the 6 that I'm getting this year. Again, I'm very happy with everything I'm getting. Big thank you to Ryan, guys. So that video will come when it turns up. I will do that. Sorry there's not going to be a gameplay today. I only had about 4 hours sleep last night, as you can probably tell. And I was up early this morning. Had to go and see Heather's nan. So, yeah, it's freaking like 2:30 now. I don't know what I want to do. Part of me wants to play some RetroPie, but part of me just wants to go and play on the Xbox or watch some TV or something. I don't know what I want to do. Anyway, guys, so a bit of a different video here today. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and feel free to comment below. Let me know what games you're looking forward to, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. And have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be some gameplay hopefully. So take care, guys. Bye bye.